We've been discussing about the fruitfulness, the progress that comes with being at the correct place, the growth that comes with your coming to church, the protection and the healing of God that comes by abiding to the laws of the Holy God. Most of us, I don't know, do we have anyone who was born in Katani? Born and raised in Katani? Wow. Sisi wote. We all came from the village. Anyone who was born and raised in Katani? No one. Pastor, you've been preaching to visitors. We are in a land that does not belong to us, and were brought here by God. You can be sure that every time you go back to the village, especially during the December holidays, the love, the kind of reception that you get from the people you left in the village, especially if you came here without a car and you've gone back with a car. Especially if you came here kama umekonda juu ya njaa, but you are back when you are shining, unanuka pesa. You can imagine that reception. In fact, you don't even invite visitors. They will always be coming just to say hi because they are receiving you. The opposite of the word fruitfulness is called stagnation. No one wants to stagnate. We go to school, you are taught by your teacher in class 1 so that you may move to class 2. You go to the university so that you may get your degree. After the degree, you will want to get your PhD. People always want to progress. The current president of the United States, Biden, is 85 years old. He has been in parliament for the last 40 years. You've seen your member of county assembly, the MCA, who want to be an MP in the next election. You have seen your governor who want to be president in the next election. It shows you one thing. Without progress, there is no humanity. Without progress, there is no need for life. Without progress, there is no need of going to work. Some of you have built in Katani. You started with a small house, ile nyumba ya mabati. Nowadays, you have a mansionette. But even with a mansionette, you still feel you need 2 or 3 of them. Without progress, there is no need of living. Because progress goes hand in hand with what we call hope. And that hope is given by God. I will be reading from the book of Mark. Mark chapter 4, verses 20. The Bible says, and I read very fast, and those are the ones on whom seed was sown on the good soil. And they hear the word, and accept it, and bear fruit. 30, 60, and 100-fold. The Bible is talking about those who hear the word. And then there are those who hear the word and they bear fruit. And then there are those who hear the word, they bear fruit 30-fold, others bear 40-fold, others 60-fold, others 100%-fold. The Bible is talking about the difference of achievements. You may be in a class being taught by the same teacher. Someone scores 30%. Another student scores 50%. Someone scores 0%. Now, what and who determines if you bear 30, 60, or 100-fold? Who determines if in the exam room you will be scoring 30%, 50% or even 100%. Who determines? We always know as Christians that it takes God for us to achieve what we have. Literally, that we takes God to bless us. It takes God to provide for us. But I want to ask you today, who is responsible for your 30%? Who is responsible for your 50%? Who is responsible for your 0%? But the Bible is very much happy about those who got 100%. You may be asking that question so silently. Among your age mates, some of them who you think literally, in the human perception, before we get to the understanding of the Bible, among your age mates, some of them you think are doing better than you. Who is responsible for that? As a Kenyan, just see it with the eye of a Kenyan. Your age mates, you went with them in the same school. Some of them are not in Katani, some of them are employed, some of them are pastors, but you perceive them to be doing better than you. Who is responsible for the gap? While reading through